Yo, what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? Back once more with another daily live stream, day 101 in a row, still going very strong, if I do say so myself. And we have once more some very important news to cover in today's stream. We got some major incoming announcements from the Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation, the KEF. We got some speculation, or dare I say confirmation, of some Kaspa price manipulation, and of course much more regarding the crypto space. Kaspa news, KRS20, you know the deal. As always, usually these streams, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. And Kaspa Frog, welcome back to the stream, my man. And you are completely right, my man. Kaspa probably right now is the most bipolar project that I've ever invested in my 7 years of this journey. For me, it's been about 5 or 6 years now, and equally, yes, Kaspa, by all means, is very bipolar, especially right now when everything else is correcting. Kaspa is going up. Right now, Kaspa's up 6.52% on the daily time frame, valued at 11.93 cents. Is once again making a good name for itself, a good rally right now. But once more, the price is not really making sense. There's not been anything significant to happen right now for Kaspa to be pumping, at least in my personal opinion. We'll go through the news once more to find out more. But yes, I'm quickly going to Google Translate what that says. To detect language. Stock exchanges are collecting Kaspa, especially Mexc. Yes, I believe you are correct, Gazi. I do believe that is the case as well, that right now stock exchanges and crypto exchanges they are accumulating more Kaspa, especially Mexc. We do have, though, as we can see, some elements of manipulation seemingly going on with the likes of Mexc here. There was a massive sell wall on Mexc for Cash USDT trading pair yesterday. Significant amount of sell orders in the 11-cent range. The logical question I have is, who is selling Kaspa at 11 cents? And that is it's quite a logical question to my opinion as well. Why would you sell Kaspa at 11 cents? And it's trying to make it go lower, of course, but for where Kaspa is at right now, in accordance to the power law, it's 68% undervalued. Why would you sell it at 11 cents? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. So secondly, are these artificial sells placed by Mexc themselves using other people's Kaspa to manipulate the price downward? We can't say for sure. We can see that if you look at the addresses right now, still hovering around the same price, 521,000 addresses. We've seen 3 new whales added today and 2 new shocks added in the last hour, which of course is very good to see. That's why the price is pumping so much. The big exchanges, the big wallet holders, they're building up their accumulation of Kaspa right now. And we can see here, if we look at the top 1,000 addresses, Mexc and Gate in particular, they have lost a lot, or not lost, but they sold off a lot of Kaspa in the past 24 hours. It equally Uphold sold off over 1 million. And then if you go down to this to the second page here, you can see the likes of Bybit and Mexc. Another Mexc wallet has actually increased the allocation by 9 million Kaspa. So we saw 18.5 million lost from the top Mexc wallet and 9 million added on the second wallet. So to me, that's them manipulating the price, selling it to another wallet to see the price go down to get more. At least that's my personal belief. Again, not financial advice, but we definitely are seeing some elements of market manipulation going on right now with Kaspa. Because once more, there's nothing really to say why the price should be changing so much right now. I love Kaspa, of course, and I think having the price going up is fantastic, but we haven't seen any major listings just yet. Still haven't got 10 BPS just yet, no smart contracts just yet, all of the stuff we're going to be talking about in this stream. But for me, Kaspa's pumping is good, but there's nothing to cause this pump per se unless the bigger wallet, the bigger addresses are manipulating the price. But we'll get back to that in a little moment. We've got a little thread here from T Kala. This was put in my free Discord server earlier. Shout out to members in there. I think Muscle might put it in there. And we actually currently, I wasn't participating in it because I was busy working, unfortunately, but I was looking through it and there was a discussion going on between Muscle, Mike and Cody about it, to which, in a sense, we are all in agreement of what's going on, what was said in this little post here from T Kala. Some parts disagreed with, but ultimately it's an interesting insight we'll get into in just a moment. Yo, and the Fed, thanks for the update. You're welcome, man. Thank you very much for joining the stream once again, you legend. Chirp, good morning, brother. Going strong. You know it, 101 days going strong. It's a great day to be a Kaspa holder, I think, right now especially, and it's good to have everyone in here once again. I appreciate the constant updates. I've watched every video you have made. I appreciate the support, my brother. The support is well and truly received. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you very much for being here, all of you, once more, for constantly being here and just just tuning in, whether you're listening or not, just tuning in. I'm hoping you are listening and taking in the knowledge that I'm trying to spread to you all. That is looking like a higher low and a bounce off the bottom. Right now, it does seem like it. As I mentioned in my previous streams, Kaspa right now, I like to believe the bottom of Kaspa is probably in and around this 10 cents region. We saw it bounce off here back in May, and we saw it go slightly about 0.1 cents lower a few days ago. But either way, that seemed to be the bottom region for Kaspa, rebounding off that. And then we saw a 20% move upwards following that, I believe. 25% move in total following that. We see it come back down, and now we're currently up 6.40%. Potentially, we're seeing Kaspa now starting to gear up for a good move again. Remember, November has historically been a very, very bullish month for Kaspa. We saw it November last year with Bybit's listing a 3x in price here, and much, much earlier we saw Kaspa jump 10x in value down here again in November. So November has been a good month for Kaspa. So hopefully we can see it continue in that fashion. We'll have to wait and see, of course. Kaspa pump and the KRC20 starts dumping. Weird. It is weird, but also think about it, it's not that illogical, because for me, KRC20 launched on this day, right here, September 15th, right here. That's when KRC20 launched. And around that time, Kaspa wasn't really doing much. It was down, 15-20% from this part here? Yeah, about 15-20%. And as a result of new memes coming out for Kaspa on the Kaspa chain, so to speak, and Kaspa's price still not doing much right now, nothing significant happening in terms of developments, you'd like to argue, the price therefore didn't have any real momentum going up. It's had a fantastic run throughout its whole cycle, all the way up to this point here. The momentum had dipped off now. So, with KRC20 coming out and memes coming to Kaspa, all the FOMO shifted from Kaspa to KRC20. Hence, that's my personal belief for why Kaspa's price has corrected as much as it has done throughout all this time. A combination of the Middle East situation with the run on Israel, and of course, people being quite emotional, understandably, but either way being emotional because the founders of Kaspa are from Israel, are from the Middle East. But also, in my opinion, the more definitive reason why Kaspa was correcting in price is because KRC20 tokens, the Kaspa holders were taking out their Kaspa allocation and putting it into the memes because that's where the money was at. So with Kaspa now pumping, potentially you could argue therefore that the people who are holding the memes right now, they have slowed down a little bit over the past few days. So potentially they're taking their gains they bid out of the meme tokens and putting it back into Kaspa. That's potentially what we're seeing right now. We'll get into that a little bit though in just a moment, because again, one thing I want to reiterate again is that I think the memes at KRC20 are good for Kaspa and they help each other out. I don't think you'll see both pump at the same time necessarily. It's possible, but for the most part you'll probably see one go up, other come back down, memes go up with it, so on and so forth. Like sort of a seesaw sort of pattern. Yeah, Kaspa is looking like a diamond, most definitely, my man. Kaspa is looking very, very good indeed. So you know what? Before I get into more of the questions, more of the posts, I'm going to quickly just Google Translate this so I know what was said. Turkish. Whales are long-term players. They know they won't be able to buy Kaspa again at these prices. Yeah, I think that's also a good logical thought process, to be honest. I think whales know that, you know, they can build. That's again why the whales are constantly selling, but then when the price goes down, they're buying again because they know Kaspa is a great long-term hold, so they're trying to get as much as they can at cheaper prices. I think that's definitely a very logical thought process. That's what I like to believe as well. So what is the news, my friend? Good question. So now we'll get into this. This comes from the KF, one of two posts here. This comes off the back of the recent Binance space that happened with Kaspa in attendance. Now, it was done in Chinese, and as you can tell from my accent and the language I speak, I do not speak Chinese. I do want to learn, and I do plan to in the future, but right now I don't. But I'm hoping to find a way to translate this at some point. Maybe find someone I can also help translate with me. But either way, this Binance space happened on the 7th of November, 2 days ago, and it was talking about Kaspa and KRC20. Ultimately, therefore, FOMO was rising for the fact of the matter being that a Binance listing may be imminent with Kaspa, which is very, very cool. Of course, we've been waiting for that. One of the biggest news we've heard in a while. Of course, there are many big things coming to Kaspa. The listing tier ones, Binance in particular, would be the biggest. There's no doubt about it. And the KEF, of course, in attendance. Evie, being the business developer, I believe BD stands for business developer head at the KEF. She was in attendance talking about it. So the KF put out this post here: the launch of KRC20 intends to be inclusive, and we welcome meme coins that are part of the community culture. There are already over 1,350 tokens deployed, a lot of mints happened, and about 100 million plus Kaspa has been paid to miners as fees. This, for one thing, is very important. The miners have made a hell of a lot of money through mining transactions and mining KRC20 tokens, minting KRC20 tokens. That's the benefit of KRC20 right now, where the miners not making profit with Kaspa right now because the hash rate is still parabolic, still very, very high, and the price is still not accumulating with it. It's still going, it's still down at around 12 cents now, which is better, but it's still down. The miners been able to make money through KRC20 minting and KRC20 projects and transaction fees. Now, while this demonstrates the liveliness of the community, it may be a time for us to build on existing projects. That's very interesting. Once more, remember the KF announced a 10 million project fund to help the development of Kaspa once more, so that could be coming into fruition very, very soon now. For those who promise to provide a certain or product, the KF would recommend a schedule the TGE after the service/product is available. This is a lot of power to pay attention here, which also leads into this post here from them as well. We also acknowledge concerns from the community. We were asked questions about KDAO. Those who don't remember, KDAO was released not that long ago. It was released about 18 days ago, which for the most part was very, very successful. KDAO, I've got a series of information with it in my free Discord server once again, which I'm going to link once more in the chat right now, also in the description and the YouTube homepage. KDAO, which is a token, but it's not a meme token. It's a KRC20 token that also allows the community to basically have a voice to vote their opinion on what they want to happen in the project, whether it be through listing, whether it be through developments and ecosystem, whatever it may be. KDAO is going to be an integral part to help the ecosystem evolve more so. And KDAO was launched again 18 days ago. I'm going to have to refresh the page because I don't pay for TradingView, because why would I pay for that? I don't need to. But KDAO was launched 18 days ago, which I believe was around here. This green wick here was the launch of KDAO, which is decent day for Kaspa, of course, following then a correction. Point being, we are asked about KDAO in the Binance space yesterday. The Binance space I just mentioned earlier here. We heard requests to clarify on our endorsement of DEX Born for Kaspa, which is the soon-to-be coming Kaspa's own decentralized exchange. Right now, Kaspa are leveraging, if that's the right word, change finance. So they're using their change finance for a DEX for Kaspa. They're going to be developing their own one very, very soon. They're still thinking of a name and much more to come for it. So, for example, DEX Born for Kaspa, that's not the official name to my knowledge, but the name for it right now, it doesn't have a white paper yet. The KF plans to open up an AMA session next week to address these questions. Feel free to leave your questions in the comments. So people are asking the questions right here and now. We'll see more about it very, very soon. Of course, the DEX is very, very cool. And I like to see a DEX come for Kaspa, especially a Kaspa owned DEX would be better, because that also adds, using Change Finance is good, because Change Finance is a good DEX. For the most part, it's done a decent job, I like to believe, and worked for Kaspa in the past, but, it would add more so to that element of decentralized nature for Kaspa if it's their own DEX, as opposed to leveraging someone else's. But then we come to this post here, which is the main thing why I'm excited for what the KF is going to announce very, very soon. Our AMA, they spoke about coming next week, is set up for 4 p.m. UTC, which unfortunately will clash with my streaming times. I may do a stream maybe an hour or two afterwards, so that way I will be able to also listen to this stream, this live if I can, and then talk about it. We'll see. But on November 10th, which is just tomorrow now, so I might do the stream a little later tomorrow, I will also be joined by Evie, again the head of business development at KEF, who will be doing a Chinese write-up for the Chinese community afterwards. In the AMA, they'll be covering the following items: the thoughts on miners selling Kaspa, which also may be a contributing factor to Kaspa's price correction continuously. Again, Kaspa's price is not rising right now. The miners are not making money through Kaspa mining right now. Therefore, to make some form of money, they have to sell their Kaspa. That's just what's happening right now. And observations on recent market price movements. We're going to be talking about what's happening in the market right now. Might be interesting insight, definitely. This part, a brief on Binance ZH, which is the space. A brief on this. A brief on Binance space done recently, and our progress relisting with BN, which I believe is going to be Binance, Coinbase, and Kraken. What we know from the foundation side. So tomorrow we will be hearing again, I'm not Chinese, so I have not been able to listen to the space, but therefore, thankfully, the KF could be doing their own AMA, talking about multiple things, including a brief summary on that space, including the progress of listings, which, of course, there's going to be certain information we won't be able to understand or know, for the fact of the matter being that the exchanges probably haven't disclosed all information just yet. We might hear them say, oh yeah, Kraken's coming out end of this month. That'd be amazing. They might say Binance coming for the end of the year. Again, that'd be amazing. But again, they might just say they're coming soon. We'll have to wait and see what they say tomorrow. But either way, we're talking about the progress of the relisting with Binance, Coinbase, and Kraken. Of course, Coinbase won. That one, no matter, I'll be surprised to hear what they say. But for me, I think it's going to be pretty obvious. They're going to say we're finally talking to the team, because we just heard recently from Roy O'Neill, thanks to the KII, that Paul Grall, the chief legal officer of Coinbase, has now finally forwarded Kaspa's listing request to the listing team, because for 2 years now, Kaspa had not just been denied, they've been ignored by Coinbase, which is, disastrous for us and very frustrating. But either way, we'll hear about what they're going to say in here. I imagine it'll just be we'll talk to them now finally, and maybe get some updates. That'll be very, very cool. I'm definitely tuning this tomorrow. They'll also be addressing the KF, Kaspa, Bitcoin Cash, and KDAO, and also the DEX, which is the question that was asked from Elpor here, regarding the DEX here, which would be cool to hear. And also the Casplex and LOB Marketplace. But one thing also in the thumbnail, if you saw the thumbnail, the smart contract plans, plus 10 block per second. Again, what we know from the foundation side of things. So again, there's going to be some information that they won't know, because it's not, Son Polinsky or Michael Sutton talking about it, or, Wolfie talking about it. They're going to know from what we spoke with the community, but they're not going to have the proper insider. But they'll know enough. I mean, the KEF, they'll know enough insider for us to get a scoop of what we want to understand what's happening in the space. Again, very, very cool to see. From what I remember seeing in a video from Sin City, again, shout out to Bingo Bango if you're in the stream, my man, who sent the video to me in my community. It showcased that at the end of his video, I think it was Wolfie mentioned that towards the end of this year, 2024, they were talking about a smart contract platform being released. So not the smart contract itself, but a platform for the smart contracts being released, and a big name in the crypto space helping with market making liquidity by the end of this year. That's very, very cool. Very, very cool. So in that regard, we won't see smart contracts themselves come out as soon as the end of this year, and I'd be very surprised to see anything smart contract come out that early. But we'll probably see the platform come out in this year. We'll see, therefore, potentially some very, very early warning signs, or not warning signs, but a very early development signs of smart contracts in Q1 2025, which is what we saw from a post, again, that I mentioned in previous streams about Q1 2025 smart contracts, and then probably the fully smart contracts latter half 2025, maybe near the end of the bull run, which will be very, very cool to see. So the KF tomorrow, going to be a very, very interesting AMA. I'm definitely going to tune in. I hope this one is in English. I'm sure it is. I hope it is. I pray it is, so I can listen to it and understand it. And therefore, I'm going to probably put an announcement in my Discord tomorrow. I apologise, therefore, for people like Leroy, if you are here, who is in Australia, where it'll be probably 2 a.m. for you by that point, but I'll probably be listening to this and then do my live stream quite soon afterwards, so I can try and get an insider scoop and give it all to you ASAP. But of course, there are multiple things to talk about in this stream. This, of course, been one of the biggest ones, but also got, again, coming back to full circle to the elements of market manipulation. From Kasfax here, Kaspa at number 5, 4 million US dollars of Kaspa had been moved into this address in the past 2 weeks. Constantly. DCAing. That's a DCA allocation, as you see there. Large deposits from both Bybit and Gate. While Grow bored with price action, whales continue to accumulate. This is what Ghazi was saying earlier, that yes, the price action may be boring, but the whales are continuing to accumulate. Time and time again, they're selling, the price will go down because they're manipulating the market, and they're buying more at the lower levels. This whale, in particular, is a humpback with over 100 million Kaspa. Now, there's an entire possibility that this is just a very wealthy whale, very wealthy individual from the retail market. Maybe people speculate that big wallets, one of them could be Michael Saylor. One of them, and I would like to believe, especially considering the KF talking about progress of listings with Binance, Coinbase, and Kraken, we don't know the wallets of those addresses right now because they aren't tagged here. There's a speculation that, again, you've got to keep in mind, they've got to build up their accumulation of Kaspa to list the project. Now, Coinbase is very early doors, so they actually may not have much Kaspa at all, but again, they have connections to BlackRock and Marathon, who have connections to Coinbase, so therefore maybe Coinbase are getting some Kaspa through their connection with Marathon and BlackRock. But either way, I would like to believe that Kraken again should be imminent. Binance again seem to be gearing up that one of these or two of these exchanges in the top 14 with over 100 million Kaspa, ones that we don't know, so therefore maybe 11 or 12, or maybe even the ones here that haven't got a tag, maybe one of those or both of those are the Kraken or Binance wallets. Because we have been seeing, for example, number 3, again, I believe that's KuCoin, from what I've heard. I think it was from Cashing that mentioned that. KuCoin, or at least this wallet here, I haven't seen it sell much Kaspa at all, if any Kaspa at all. It's just been buying like 10 million every, 2 or 3 days or so? It's not bought any right now, but it seems to be constantly building up allocation little bit by little bit every single time. To me, that's an exchange building the allocation up, potentially for a listing. I would not be surprised if that Kraken or Binance. We'll have to wait and see, of course. But for me, again, that is what I believe is incoming for Kaspa. We'll have to wait, time will tell. We have seen, again, elements of market manipulation happening right now with whales, again, buying and selling. Right now, we're seeing a big surge of adoption with Kaspa right now, which is great to see finally. Kaspa, again, we look at the market when it loads up 6.34%, 11.91 cents. For me, someone mentioned in my previous streams, and I agree with the man, or woman, if that was a woman that said it, that for me, I think Kaspa needs to break above this level here for us to see some form of significant price move upwards, because again, this, as we can see here, this was one of the strongest periods of consolidation for Kaspa. Here and here. Two of the strongest periods of consolidation. Those are the two strongest zones for Kaspa where it likes to just sit for a while. So if we can break above this level here, Kaspa will probably surge quite quickly to 16 cents, which is then November, we're only 9 days in. It's very possible to happen this month. Especially if what's announced tomorrow in the KF AMA ends up being something significant enough to be a listing thing coming soon, that will drive a lot of FOMO to the project. Keep in mind as well, the world might have insider information. People have money, have a lot of insider information. Again, you've got to follow the money. Another thing I say reiterate quite constantly. But yeah, Mexc apparently having a massive sell-off with Kaspa at such a low price, which is weird, happened yesterday. Hence why Kaspa corrected down to 11 or 10.77 cents. And then we've got this post here from T-Cala. A lot more YouTubers are talking about Kaspa now that they think smart contracts are coming Q1. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Again, Kaspa is very, very early on. A smart contract will be a game changer for Kaspa. For those who remember, Chris Kang made a post about smart contracts not that long ago. A thread even about smart contracts, talking about the significance of them and why they're so big. Ultimately just stating that they will become the end game for Kaspa. And the reason why, in the long and short of it, is because right now the existing L2 solutions, like Ethereum for example, they may not want to give up their centralized sequencer schemes, because all these other exchanges, they have to use a L2 solutions, which therefore means they're sacrificing the security, the centralization to become centralized, and therefore have the scalability to be quicker, where Kaspa doesn't need that. But therefore these L2 solutions won't need to sacrifice that at all, because they're already generating income ranging from hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars a month. These exchanges are already making a stupid amount of money from their L2 solutions. Kaspa, therefore, with its L1 solution, with its decentralized nature, and also being as fast and not faster than these other L2s, you'll be able to just surpass them and take all of that money from them. So that's why smart contracts will be so big for Kaspa. That's one thing that we are waiting for. A very, very big thing. Don't make no mistake about it. And I'm not surprised more YouTubers are talking about it. Again, why wouldn't you? Kaspa is... for everyone that I spoke to in the crypto space have said Kaspa is... Again, think about it, Bitcoin maxis, people who are full on, probably the biggest maxis in the space, just whole hell bent on Bitcoin. Some of them actually start to accept Kaspa. It's quite obvious to me personally, not financial advice once more, that Kaspa is a gem. Even right now, its price, Kaspa price may be down, but again, we've seen Kaspa price correct more than this in the past. It's only down 43% right now, I'm going to guess. Wow. I'm psychic, apparently. Yeah, about 40% right now. Kaspa been down 70% in the past. Kaspa could go down further. But for where Kaspa's going to go with what's coming up for Kaspa in the future, again, listings, smart contracts, 10 BPS, Ethereum rollups, Dagnite, the KRI, and what they're going to do with Kaspa, which again is going to be game changing with stablecoins, with real estate, with commodities, with losing train of thought, but you get the picture. Energy, the biggest one, energy. Kaspa is going to be a game changer, so of course people are talking about it more and more. And when Kaspa, but again, people will start chasing candles again, and when Kaspa starts going green, of course, people who never spoke about Kaspa or gone quiet about Kaspa will start talking about it again. But me, myself, and all of us here, we're here the whole time saying that Kaspa's going to do really well, so we'll be here catching them early. as we always try to do, catch them really, really early. But let's get into this post before I answer some more questions. I can see that post from you, Alexander. Don't worry, I'll get to it very, very soon. So here, T-Color Theory. Kaspa price and T1 Tier 1 exchange listings. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of speculation about the connection between Kaspa's price and potential Tier 1 listings. Here's my take. And I think it's a relative, again, take what you hear with a grain of salt, pinch of salt, but I think it's relatively logical what you're saying here. T-Color, shout out to you, my man, if you are here, but I doubt it. Firstly, let's think logically. We like to do that logically here. For Tier 1s like Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, etc. to list Kaspa, they need to buy large quantities to ensure liquidity. Kaspa's not going to pay them. It's a decentralized project, fair launch. It's not going to pay them. When they do this, likely they'll be buying OTC over the counter to avoid moving the public market. That is what we're probably seeing. They're probably buying it over the counter, probably buying it off exchanges themselves. To avoid the price moving too much, they're buying it in a way that won't affect the price too much at all. Because if Binance bought over the if Binance weren't buying over the counter, they're buying and they just bought the whole allocation needed in one go, Kaspa's price would skyrocket from 11 to maybe 50 cents for how much they need to buy. So they're buying it in little bulks probably. Again, this is what we've been seeing to an extent with this third address here. They buy 10 million Kaspa in periods. Every so often. Very small. Again, it's a big amount, but in relative to how much Kaspa they hold, 717 million Kaspa, they're buying 10 million. They're buying small amounts every single time. So yes, they're buying it most likely over the counter to avoid moving the public market. This means they're buying at a discount as well, which is also very likely. So they're buying it over the counter to avoid moving the market and also buying at a discount. Now, the disagreement with my server, my community, my free Discord server, was that it's probably around 20-30%. Now, we haven't really got any confirmation of that. I don't have any information on how much they're actually getting a discount for. I do agree that these exchanges are probably getting it at a discount, but I can't say for sure if it is as much as 20-30%. T-Color may know. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure, but in my community, we are agreeing that this sounds logical, but we are disagreeing about how much they're getting discounted for. Again, that's kind of negligible in this whole thing. It's not really that important. What's important, again, is that, again, logically speaking, they need to build allocation of Kaspa. They're doing it probably, over the... they're probably doing it over the counter to avoid moving the public market, and they're probably getting a discount. So it's not at the price we see on the exchanges. They're buying it cheaper. These OTC purchases aren't visible on traditional exchanges. They're probably also getting some from exchanges as well, to not seem like they're doing it all in secret, but either way, they're probably doing it, most of it OTC, which could explain why Kaspa has been hovering around 11 cents for an extended period. Big players are buying in bulk behind the scenes at lower prices than the general market sees without affecting the price in the same way retail would buy, like we would buy. That to me makes perfect sense. Or at least I think it's a very logical theory. Again, this is theory. Speculation, but I think it's logical speculation here. Second one, strategic times with bullish momentum. Now tier 1 exchanges have to time their listings perfectly. They do. They don't want to just buy and list immediately. They wait for strong bullish momentum. This is exactly what we heard in the roundtable that I played in my most recent streams. It might have been in this section here. I think it was in this section here. Actually, it was. This video here, we had Christian talking alongside Roy O'Neill, Jim, and Wolf Web3, talking about his thoughts on Kaspa Tier 1 listings and the fact that these Tier 1s are, like for the likes of Coinbase, for example, or Binance or Kraken, they're probably waiting for the bullish momentum, a strong bullish signal for Kaspa before we see the price, before they actually list a project. Because they could list now, and they probably would cause a bullish market, but they're better off doing it when the bull market's actually starting, when people are starting to get involved in it, because that'll just drive it up higher and higher. They don't want to start the bullish momentum, they want to be a part of it and make it go even higher, be a bigger catalyst for it. So when a tier 1 exchange like Binance or Coinbase lists Kaspa, they want to sell to the public at a profit. Simple as that. Considering they spent millions on acquiring the coin, they aren't going to list it during a bearish or uncertain market. Looking at recent events like the US election, the market's been shaky due to economic uncertainty. This likely delayed their decision to list Kaspa, as no exchange wants to risk listing during a potential crash. Now the election is done. The thought in the market, in the community, in the crypto space was Kamala winning would cause Bitcoin to crash, Trump winning would cause Bitcoin to rise, and Trump has come out victorious. Hence why Bitcoin now is comfortably hovering around 76k, making a new all-time high. I still think we'll see Bitcoin make 80k soon enough. I think the most significant developments will happen following his inauguration, or the right term, I think I've messed the word, but when he's actually introduced into the White House, when he's actually officially president, which happens in January 20th. When he actually takes office, that's when we'll probably see the significant pump, when he actually starts making the actual decisions coming in. But now that that period of uncertainty is gone, again, what people hate is uncertainty, FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Now there is certainty that Trump's in office, and things should therefore go into, again, until he actually takes office and does something, we don't know. So it's still uncertainty, but either way, he seems to be very pro-crypto, which is very, very good. So this is likely the late decision to list Kaspa. Again, remember, Christian and this roundtable also talking about the fact that many exchanges, again, Christian mentioned that a big exchange, a big US exchange, not Coinbase, not Kraken, but a big US exchange, so potentially, my theory is Gemini, Robinhood, or Crypto.com, they want to list Kaspa, but they don't want to get a lawsuit by the SEC. Crypto.com has already got a well sentence against the SEC, so that actually could be Crypto.com in my opinion. Same with Robinhood. The only one that doesn't have one, to my knowledge, is Gemini. And maybe they are too worried to get filed a lawsuit by the SEC. Which again, SEC are not slowing down. They actually combated Kraken again recently. I think I put a post on my Discord server. If I didn't, I'll go and find it later on. But SEC are now targeting Kraken once again. So again, these big exchanges, they do want to list Kaspa. They're waiting for it, but they do want to list Kaspa. They're just, again, they can't go to the SEC because of Gary Gensler. No exchange want to risk listing during a potential crash. However, the bullish outlook, especially with the economy possibly shining under new administration, the probability of a market upswing is high. Big opportunity exchanges don't come across opportunities like Kaspa very often. That's facts. Complete facts. After Kaspa, there may not be another project of this magnitude for some time. Kaspa being, right now, 31 on CoinMarketCap. Currently down 47% from its all-time high. Currently 68.3% undervalued according to the power law. Kaspa is a gem. It's not even a small cap project anymore. It's not a micro cap like it was 2-3 years ago. It's a big project. $3 billion market cap. It's one that will definitely catch a bull cycle, and with tier 1 listings, it will go parabolic. I still believe that Kaspa could reach $2 minimum in the cycle, $2 to $3 minimum in the cycle, potentially 4 to 5. 4 to 5 is where I'm aiming for, and again, bullish scenario, we get even smart contracts coming through, and much more, the KI and everything else. We could see maybe a 7, if not even unicorn number of $10 Kaspa. Of course, I'm holding Kaspa long term. Again, I'm holding it for like 20, 30 years. So for me, what Kaspa does in the cycle doesn't really bother me. I'm holding it long term to where 11 cents Kaspa will be 100 by that point. So I'm going to be a millionaire regardless. But either way, what happens in the cycle, people I do care about, so I'll talk about it. But either way, I want to disclose whatever happens. I'm not bothered because I'm holding it long term. I'll take profits, of course. I've got my profit taking margins and my regions, but I'm not too bothered by it right now. But either way, Kaspa, with what's coming through it, will hopefully and likely do very, very well. No one's seen a project like the Kaspa before. That is true. A fair launch proof of work that's following Bitcoin's footsteps. That is the fastest proof of work ever in existence. We're still developing more and more. And with 10 BPS coming by Q1 2025, it'll be the fastest project in this space, beating proof of stakes. And it's a proof of work project. It's going to make a name for proof of works. And I'm sure many institutions that want to have speed in their financial sectors, but also what they want, which they can't really get, is decentralization, which also protects them from bad actors more so. Decentralization makes them more secure and also gives them protection from other oversight from governments. Kaspa can do that for them. That's why the KRI want Kaspa, to protect them from bad actors and government oversight. Decentralization at scale. Kaspa can do that. No other project in this space can do that. That's fact. No other project in this space can do what Kaspa is wanting to do. Kaspa already has a very good chance of doing that. Until it gets the developments out yet, it can't. Or it can do it quite well already, but it can't do it at the scale that we're talking global. It can do it at a good scale right now, but not global. We've seen the congestion with Kaspa already. When it had the KRC20 relaunch, it got congested so badly. It needs to have the 10 BPS coming through, 100 BPS coming through, smart contracts and so on and so forth. When the moment is right, and the bullish momentum is undeniable, we're likely to see Kaspa listed on major exchanges, making them millions, if not even billions. Especially when smart contracts come out, they're making equally as much. So the conclusion of this, again, which is a fair conclusion to me, is just be patient. The fundamentals behind Kaspa are stronger than most crypto projects, if not all crypto projects in this space. And even though it's still young, it has come the furthest, or further than many projects have been developing for years. timing is everything. And when the stars align, Kaspa potential could be enormous. I completely agree with this post. Completely agree with it. And I think, again, it's a logical mindset that was put in quite a well-structured fashion for me. That Kaspa right now is a diamond in the rough. It's just going to take time. And as frustrating as it is, Kaspa price action right now, where it's, again, as Kaspa Fog mentioned at the beginning of the video, it is, at the beginning of the stream, it is the most bipolar project in the space right now, and I agree, it is frustratingly bipolar right now. Look at these price swings. In the part, since 25th of October, we saw a crash following the Israel situation getting worse. We saw pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump. Like it's very bipolar. It looks like I don't know the term for it. You know the heartbeat monitor sort of thing. There's a word for it, like statograph, something like that. I don't know, but it's very, very bipolar right now, and it's frustrating. But for me, to me, the volatility of Kaspa is proof that Kaspa is not a dead project. Look, 131 million 24-hour trading volume. It's not a dead project. It's not. It's frustrating, and it sucks that it's not, at 50 cents right now, if not $2, wherever people want it to be. But it's not a dead project. With adoption coming through soon, it will do very, very well. I'm sure of that. Alexander Man, welcome back to the stream. Hey bro, check out Bully on KL20. Has 75,000 volume, Bitconomy listing, and upcoming XT. That sounds very good. That sounds very, very cool. Yeah, Bully right now. Someone put this in my physical server once again, so I'm glad to shout. I think it was I'm gonna get your name actually, because I know I can think of the name to my head, but I can't think of it exactly. It was Cheeky Ninja Cat. Shout out to you. He's one of the most bullish members regarding KL20 in the community. He also put in about Bully, saying he's very bullish on Bully, which we can see right now. It's doing quite well. Got 77,000 3-hour trading volume, which again for a product only launched for 18 days, that's not bad at all. It's got 250,000 market cap right now with 1.2k holders, and now it's getting the listings, like you say, big economy, which right now I'll be adding more and more XT soon. I'm sure it's going to get more in due time as well. That'll be very big for Bully and could make it go higher. So I'm optimistic for Bully as well. I don't hold it, but I'm looking to get into these very, very soon. Make no mistake about that. Again, Kango right now is doing crazy. 2 million 12-hour trading volume is nuts. Conan, 1.8. Nacho's fallen off recently, but again, Nacho is still, from my opinion, my belief, the strongest project in the space for KL20. But of course, wait and see how it goes from here. Price prediction, I did give that in a little bit of a, not rant, but script explanation of what I'm talking about here. Again, TLDR of my price prediction is $2-3 bearish, 4-5 average, 7 bullish, 10 unicorn, if that makes sense. How much capital will be worth end of the year? My prediction, again, it depends on what development announcement we get. Again, potentially we see a confirmation that Kraken and Binance, all these other exchanges are coming by the end of the year, which would be very, very big. If we get that, then we can see much higher price, I'm going to say. But otherwise, for me, if we get no listings, I'm still holding strong the belief that the top for Kaspa end of this year will probably be 35 cents. Because Shai, one of the KOLs, the key opinion leaders for Kaspa, he stated publicly, or at least in the Discord server publicly, that he does hold some Kaspa that he got from the DAG Labs when Coinbase funded Kaspa, DAG Labs to develop Kaspa, and he's going to sell the rest of that at 35 cents. So that, for me, at least from what I like to believe, is probably, again, because I'm an investor in Kaspa, I'm a holder of Kaspa, people who are actually investing in, swing trading Kaspa, they probably think, okay, 35 cents therefore, if Shah's going to sell them, even though what he holds in Kaspa is not actually significant enough, truth be told, it's probably maybe 2 million Kaspa, and the guys can think it's not that much, but people probably think, okay, that's going to be a level of resistance for Kaspa, so it'll probably, we'll see struggle to break above that. Of course, we get a massive tier 1 listing, it probably just blurs through that. We'll have to wait and see what comes in for Kaspa, because it could be very, very big. Again, there was speculation that we could see a smart contract platform by the end of this year, so that could also help Kaspa go up much higher. So it really does depend, but we'll have to look forward to it. Kaspa, welcome back to the stream. My man, what's up, Kaspa crew? We are still here and growing. Also, Flowers for Quick Crypto for showing up every day. Thank you very much, man. Again, I mean, I do this because I love doing it, and you guys make it my day. You guys make my day every time you join the stream and spread the love. So thank you once more. If you join the streams again, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. For hopefully Kaspa having a very, very big pump very soon. Maybe this is the start of Kaspa pump. Right now, up 10%. It's looking very, very good right now. And again, what's coming for Kaspa is looking very bullish once more. Here we can see from Kaspa to go to Kaspa. They're leading the way. Currently, it's been a bit of a red sea with the KL20 tokens. Kaspa, of course, doing very, very well. Even right now, Kaspa is still one of the ones that are doing quite well. Only up 4% right now, but still it's still green, which is good to see. And you know, they had a recent collaboration with Kaspi as well, which reminded about all the strength about the strength in Unity. So we're seeing a lot of good developments happening right now in the KRC20 space. We got here Kaspa also and KRC20 accessibility growing every single day. The Swift blockchain or SWFT blockchain is now going to be integrating Kaspa and KRC20. So more ways to get access to Kaspa, which is very good to see. Big news, and get ready to swap over 500 cryptocurrencies for Kaspa. Fantastic news. Once more doesn't come into these meme tokens and Kaspa once again. But it's going to be, next lift off for the BERT launchpad is going to be Costco. Not sure too much on it, but again, the launchpad seems to be very, very good for BERT. I think it's quite cool. So again, do your own research, look into it if you want to. And this could be something quite cool. I haven't looked into it myself, but again, the lift off is going to be on the 12th of November at 1 PM UTC. So that's about 3 days from now. Just under 3 days from now. And there'll be more details coming out for it very, very soon. So make sure you have your eyes on this stream when I cover it, but more importantly also on BERT's forums as well. And then Tangent, once more we should know, one big thing happening to Kaspa and KRC20 very, very shortly is Tangent integration with KRC20 happening this month. I'm not sure if it's happened just yet on the exact date, but I know it should be happening in mid-November. So, in that case, pretty much any day right now, we should see KRC20 integration onto Tangent, which is also going to help in these tokens rising in price. Because again, we are Kaspa holders. We love the fact that we can hold. We believe strongly in decentralization and not your keys into crypto. So Tangent wallets, one key wallets, ledgers, off exchanges. Again, what's happening with Mexc? We don't want that. So we want off exchanges. So in that regard, then, these tokens right now are all doing very, very well. I think there's a good chance, again, not financial advice, but I think there's a good chance, therefore, that when Tangent integrate with them, they might go parabolic. Volume, most definitely, as they all move from exchanges to Tangents, but in actual price action as well, potentially they go parabolic because everyone's going to be thinking, okay, finally, people who've not been buying these tokens just yet, be like, oh, finally, I can now hold it in a safe place and not on exchange. I'm going to buy it now. There's a good chance of that. So again, look out for that. We've got, Nacho already has some Tangent wallet cards as well. Kaspa now got some as well. Equally, Gold has got some coming out very, very soon as well. I think most of the bigger KRC20 tokens have one. I think of the Gold, Kaspa Ghost, Nacho. I'm pretty sure that Conan has some in the works. Kaspi has some. And I'm sure there are more coming out soon, if not already. And I want to cover this. Still very, very important, which ultimately just coincides with the whole belief of right now we are stupidly early in crypto. This comes from, I believe, it comes from institutional papers from the likes of Citibank probably as well. Smoke highlights this here. Yes, the value and wealth creation that will come from the blockchain revolution will dwarf the internet. I'm going to say that again. The value and wealth creation that will come from the blockchain revolution will dwarf the internet, and it will begin next year, 2025. This paper here, word for word, basically bar for bar, what this means is that what has been, ushered into this space that I've been hearing constantly for years, time and time again, is that cryptocurrencies, particular cryptos, not all of them, because some of them are scams, or at least they don't do anything significant, but certain cryptocurrencies, what they're trying to do in the financial space, they're trying to create the internet of value, right? This mainly comes from what I hear in XRP, but it can be, replicated in similar sense to what Kaspa's trying to do as well, in my personal belief. What Kaspa's trying to do as well, I think Kaspa could also, to an extent, become the internet of value when the developments go on more and more. But yeah, internet of value. The internet did for information was revolutionary. People used to have to do word of mouth, carrier pigeons back in the olden days, newspapers, you name it. Now, you get information about what's happening with Kaspa and crypto by 2 simple clicks, looking at the stream right now, or going on to Twitter or X. You couldn't do that in the past. The internet has revolutionized the space in terms of information. Crypto is going to revolutionize the space in terms of money. That's why institutions and governments and central banks all around the world have been incorporating blockchain into the back end of their monetary systems, because crypto technology, blockchain, is quick, and if done correctly, can also be safer. than fiat. Right now, we are seeing a shift happening right now. Less than 5% of the population actually know and hold crypto. So therefore, even a smaller percentage of that actually know and hold Kaspa. That's how early we are for Kaspa, what should be the future of money. Trying to be what Bitcoin was meant to be. A peer-to-peer electronic currency. A mean of exchange. Crypto will... Right now, there's a graph that I've seen in the past, recently. I haven't got it on hand, and I apologize for that. I'll try and load it for the next stream. But right now, the growth of crypto is actually outgrowing the initial growth of the internet. Crypto is growing quicker than the internet. Therefore, the explosion we can see of crypto could be much more parabolic, again, dwarf the growth of internet. And for the first time ever, when the internet was first coming out, that was all institutions pushing that agenda. And they made a lot of money from it. Of course, some people got into it as well, made a lot of money from it as well. But this is the difference with crypto right now, with Kaspa right now. Institutions, and even retail to an extent as well, but institutions, they aren't here yet. They aren't. You've got some ETFs coming out now of Bitcoin, but there's still no regulatory frameworks. Most of the big institutional money is not even here yet in Bitcoin, and there's none, well, quote unquote, and there's still Marathon, you still got some elements of institution, but for the most part, there's no ETFs, there's none in Kaspa. And they will come, because that's what they want to do. They know the amount of money you can make in this space. Institutions are talking about this great wealth transfer right now. We're here in crypto early enough to attain this wealth. A wealth that will be revolutionary and dwarf the internet. That's how early we are. That's how bullish I am on crypto. Hence why, again, I have a free Discord server where we're talking about Kaspa, of course, but other crypto projects, other ways, other means to try and build our knowledge to make money. This is why I'm bullish on crypto, because this is sort of information here that, for me, I've been knowing this for a while. I've been trying to preach it to my family. Of course, some of them are very, very anti-crypto because they listen to what mainstream media says, which is, made for frauding. And I'm like, okay, well, you've fallen into their trap then, because they're actually talking about crypto as a big deal now. But you listened to them back then, and now you're not sure what to think. When I've been telling you from the research that I've done, yeah, crypto's going to be big. That's why I hold crypto. That's why I hold Kaspa, because I think it's going to be bigger than most. And this comes here from CZ Binance. As Bitcoin makes successive new all-time highs, apply proper risk management. There will be many dips and highs in the future. Make sure you can handle them. Control your greed. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Ape slowly. Simply put, DCA, don't be emotional, be logical. Kaspa, right now it's down 45%, 43%. And it actually right now it's up 8.12%. It's actually going on a bit of a rally right now, which is insane. Doing very well right now on the daily. Don't be emotional, be logical. This is great for Kaspa, but there's a very, very strong chance, because of what's happening with Kaspa right now, of no significant developments happening right now. Kaspa may correct again tomorrow, down 10%, God forbid. Where Kaspa's going to be in the long term is what you should be looking for, not immediate short-term price action. Unless you're trading Kaspa, then, well, get out. I don't want you to trade Kaspa. Kaspa's an investment, not something you should be trading. Go and trade meme tokens, not Kaspa. But yes, we are early. Crypto's very, very early. I'm going to build on this at some point in the future. Like I might make a full document about it and put it in my Discord server about the revolution of crypto and what's going to happen with it in terms of crypto, in terms of the internet, and how big it's going to be. So people can get an understanding of how early we are. And even then, in the next 5 years, the next cycle, next cycle you might be quote unquote too late, with institution being here in full force by that point. But again, if crypto's meant to be what the internet's meant to be, worldwide, not everyone's going to be able to adopt crypto in the next, 5 years. It might take them 10, maybe even 15. It's still early. And Kaspa, again, is still developing more and more. It'll probably take 10, 15 years for Kaspa to be fully developed as a project, to have everything it needs to take over the monetary space. And it starts very, very soon with Donald Trump. Anna Terrett, Fox business journalist here, asked a person close to the Trump transition team about some of the names being floated by the SEC chair. Who will replace Gary Gensler, basically? The response, of course, was a vague one, but the man or woman, rest assured to Elena Terrett that I promise you it will be someone pro-crypto. That is all I want to hear. Gary Gensler, get out. Stifling innovation, anti-crypto, tyrant, clown, get him out. He has no right to be a protector of the investors when he's been nothing but trying to hurt them and harm them. He has not helped anyone besides his institutional buddies. the next person coming into power will be pro-crypto who will help us, or at least help the market evolve, which therefore inherently help us as well. And you've got institutional investors, big companies, the likes of Vaneck CEO here, who states in this interview on CNBC, Bitcoin's value will be half of all the gold outstanding, so something like $300,000 for Bitcoin. That's a reasonable based assumption. Now keep in mind, what you hear from institutions, again, they have their own agenda. Everyone has their own agenda. They have their own agenda here. Therefore, these price targets they're talking about, take what you hear with a grain of salt. Maybe we should. He's also not. I don't think he's exactly saying 300k this cycle. I think he's saying 300k in general. But sure, fine. I think that's possible. Again, remember, one reason that why that is actually possible is because we saw once more in my stream yesterday that BlackRock's Bitcoin ETFs are actually officially bigger than their gold ETFs, and that's happened in just 10 months. They got 33.2 billion assets in gold, in Bitcoin. And they got a little bit more than their gold, and that's in just 10 months. So in that regard, yes, Bitcoin's value will probably grow more and more, and will, be as big as gold, or half as big as gold. So therefore, Bitcoin's value could go much higher. But again, take what you hear with a grain of salt. We should also have this post here with Tom Lee, very well-known figure in the financial space, who says Bitcoin is potentially a treasury reserve asset that can help offset the deficit happening in the financial markets with the debt. Predicts $150,000 by the end of this year. This year, a 2x therefore. We are, 7 weeks? Maybe 8? No, probably 7 weeks or so. Just under 7 weeks away from the end of the year. Now we have seen, as history has shown us, how quickly the space can just turn tail, how quickly things can just accelerate. I mean, look at Bitcoin, for example. Trump getting elected, in the span of 2 days, rose 11%. It went from 69k to 75k in a day. So by that logic, yes, if things go according to plan, we could see some significant developments happening very, very quickly. Now, 150k Bitcoin, that's steep to me. I think 100k is possible. I think 150k is a bit steep, because by that point, Trump wouldn't have been in office just yet. He doesn't get until January 20th. I think following January 20th, you'll see Bitcoin reach 100k pre-Trump being in office. Bitcoin might start making moves to 150k soon after Trump gets into office, and he actually starts removing Gary Gensler, laying out regulatory frameworks. I think that's possible. But otherwise, then we'll have to just wait and see. I think, again, keep on, they have their own agenda. They may be just trying to pump the price up higher so they can then sell, take a profit, price will go down again, and then I'll buy more. But again, remember, control your greed. There'll be open one basket, ape slowly, don't be emotional, be logical. There will be dips and highs in the future. But you've got to keep in mind whenever you're investing, nothing's guaranteed. If everyone knew how to adjust the market, we'd all be millionaires. It's a guessing game. The best you can do is build your knowledge to understand the market better, so you have a better chance of making that accurate guess. That's ultimately what it is in this space. It's a tough market. And crypto especially is a tougher market because of how early it is. Who would predict that Kaspa right now is up 8.55% on the daily time frame? I wouldn't have. Because nothing's I can refresh the homepage right now, and I can guarantee, or at least I hope or believe, nothing significant happened with Kaspa just yet. Look, we've got that call, that's great. But what's happened today that's caused Kaspa to rise so much? I haven't seen a Kraken listing to my knowledge. I don't see anything about Kraken. We just got speculation once more. So, Sickbat and Kaspa, that could be maybe a hint from Christian Ludwig, because he's quite close to Kaspa. But again, there's nothing really I can see that's significant about Kaspa caused a 10% almost rise in the price. It's just a matter of, again, what I see Kaspa short term doesn't bother me. I hold it long term. That's why when Kaspa had these moves, I'm happy for everyone in the space, but I don't care. If anything, I want to go down low so I can buy more lows. Otherwise, I just want to go higher and higher. Kaspa did too well during the bear market, and now only investors are selling to make quick gains. Yes, you know what, I agree with you, David. That's also something that Christian mentioned in that roundtable. The fact that he actually mentioned it in this section here, about the fact that Kaspa did too well too early in the bear market, so when it topped out and everything else started to pump, it had no momentum left, and everyone started selling to make profits. So I agree with that definitely, yeah. And this regarding Binance Kraken, not yet Massimino, but hopefully we will hear something tomorrow from the KF's AMA happening at 4 p.m. UTC. That would be, so my streams normally start at this time. So as a result of this, therefore, I'm going to make an announcement in my free Discord server. Again, link in the description and in the chat, and also in the YouTube and my YouTube homepage. I'll be therefore starting my stream probably around 5:30, maybe 6. We'll see. But hopefully there'll be some announcements regarding the listing progress tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I don't know why this did not show up. I apologize, Jerry, my man, because that did not show up on my my little pop-up here. It didn't show up just till now. Normally I have a little pop-up that showed up here. It didn't show up at all. But again, thank you very much, my man Jerry, for the $1.99 donation. I have over 500,000 Kaspa. Should I keep stacking my bags? I'm not a financial advisor, Jerry, but I think the best way to put it is you can never have too much Kaspa. I'm not a financial advisor, fully disclosing it, so do what you want. You've got a lot of Kaspa. You're sitting very, very comfy. As it stands right now, I have a strong belief you will be a millionaire. You know, if Kaspa reaches $2, you are a millionaire. But again, for me, if it was me personally that had that much, I don't have that much. I wish I did. But if I had that much, I would still be stacking my bags more. Until Kaspa reaches $1, I probably continue stacking my bags. Me personally, again, not financial advice. Half-Life. Hail Kaspa. Yes, you know it. Kaspa, going higher and higher. Good morning to you too. Toggle delay. Gazzy, thumbs up to you too, my man. Cyborg Girl, need more likes. Yes, completely right. If you enjoy this, you'll be doing these streams daily, then leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Right now, we're up to 42 likes. Actually, right now, we're doing very, very well. A lot of likes. I'm loving this. Kelvy, I've been in crypto so long that I've seen this countless times. So accumulate on the cheap, bro. The exchanges manipulates the price. I'm happy, bro, to buy cheap, bro. Always dying coin. If you believe it's a dying coin, my man, that's fair enough. We'll have to wait and see. I think where Kaspa's at right now, it's not had a lot going for it because it hasn't got the adoption yet. But I think things are bound to change. We'll have to wait and see, of course. Again, nothing's confirmed in this space. For what Kaspa's coming to Kaspa, I think Kaspa's going to have a very, very big run coming through it in this cycle. And we'll have a big run to follow because, again, it's a proof of work coin that's following, you know, this fair not proof of work. And no other project in this space is following what Bitcoin's trying to do to a T. Only Kaspa's done it, or doing it. So therefore, if Bitcoin continues to accumulate in price, you know, every 4-year cycle going higher and higher, Kaspa in that regard should do the same. It's just undervalued right now because that's the nature of the market. But these things happen all the time. You're right. These things happen all the time. Wells accumulate cheap. Exchanges manipulate the price. You know, if you think it's a dying coin, it's fair enough. I personally disagree, but that's, again, everyone's had their own opinion. With the current volatility, been DCAing, buying the dip and selling RIP using my asset in the exchange and keeping what I have in my cold wallet, bad idea. I want to say it's a bad idea. If that's what you want to do, my man, I think it's, again, you know, time to do what you want, trade at your own discretion, of course. For me, I haven't been selling any Kaspa at all. I'll be, again, DCAing, buying the dips, and then, you know, I buy the dips and put it in my Tangent wallet, my cold storage, and that's it. So if you want to keep selling, then if you want to buy the dips and then sell, then yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine. Drift crypto to the moon. Don't miss out, my good people. What is Drift? Is Drift a KRC20 or is Drift an actual project? I'm guessing Drift is a meme because I don't understand what Drift would be. Drift is not a KRC20. Let's look at the old coin market cap for Drift. Okay, it doesn't look like a meme right now. What is Drift? Drift is a fully on-chain perpetual and spot DEX built on Solana. Okay, so it's part of the Solana chain. That's why it's doing very, very well, therefore up 76% on the daily, because right now Solana has been doing absolute numbers. You know, up 20% the last week. Solana's been doing parabolic. It's going parabolic. It was above $200 not long ago, so that's not too surprising. So Drift, part of the Solana chain. I mean, that is something, all right. From its launch earlier this year. Yeah, launched earlier this year, kind of stayed around doing nothing for a while, and then just has some next price surge as a result of Drift listed on Upbit and listed on Binance Future. Okay, there you go. Drift is doing well because it's listed on Binance Futures. There you go. I do love that little element of CoinMarketCap. It actually gives you this sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes it gives you this, and they understand what's causing the price pump. So it's Binance. Upbit is cool, but it's Binance Futures, which Kaspa had that itself as well. If it gets an actual listing, it'd be even better. But yeah, that's why it's doing quite well. So again, that's why Drift is doing quite well. Volume right now, 2.91 billion. That's insane. Absolutely insane. I can't say it's a good project or not. Really, it's got big exchanges, of course. We can see here. But I have to wait and see, of course. I have to wait and see. Yes, sadly, I went all in toggle delay. I mean, I don't think you're doing too badly, my man. Again, you might have gone all in on Kaspa, which is not exactly what CZ says you should do. But if you were to go all in on a project, again, not financial advice, but if you were to go all in on a project, Kaspa may be the one that is safer, quote unquote, safer than anything else. I have 70% of my allocation in Kaspa because the one I had the most belief in. I hold other projects because I like to hedge my bets, also to make other money on other projects to then flip the profit. But again, Kaspa is my big allocation for a reason. And yeah, people of course now are just replying to Kelvy about the comments regarding being a dead project. I'm not gonna, address that too much. I mean, I said my piece about it. He's entitled to an opinion. If he doesn't believe it, that's fair enough. I'm also all in there in Kaspa. Big up to you, Dimitar. Big up to you, Dimitar, my man. What's the big news? Okay, Bob is joining a little bit later. I did mention it at the beginning of the stream, but I'll cover it very briefly, and I'm about to wrap it up today. Ultimately, the KF made an announcement here talking about the success of KRC20, how big KRC20 has been, and also they're going to be having an AMA tomorrow, 4 p.m, where they're going to be talking about KDAO, which was spoke about in the Binance space that happened recently. The Binance space that happened about a day or two ago. We're talking about KDAO, and also other questions like the Kaspa Dex. That's going to be coming soon enough. They think of a name for it still, and a white paper still not come out just yet. But on top of that, they're going to be talking about smart contract 10 BPS tomorrow as well, and also the progress towards listing on Binance, Coinbase, and Kraken. From what they know, from the foundation side. Again, that's probably they don't have all the information, but what they know. So that, again, it's quite good to see. So tomorrow, in this KAF AMA space, which I'm looking forward to, we'll hopefully be hearing what was spoke about in the Binance space, which again was stuff about listing, stuff about smart contract, about KEF, and much, much more, and KRC20 tokens. And yes, smash that like button. You know how to do it. You know what you do. I appreciate it, brother. Kaspa is so undervalued that crazy things can happen very quickly. Yeah, again, we've seen that again in the past. November, we've seen it jump in the span of 1 month from 5 to 15 cents. More recently, we saw it from in February jump from 9.8 cents to 13 cents in the span of 4 days, which is about a 50% rise, 40% rise. So yeah, we've seen Kaspa can jump very, very quickly. I mean, even now we're seeing this is the most volatile I've seen Kaspa in a long time. We're seeing literal 5 to 10% moves every single day. Look at this. It's ridiculous. Right now we're up almost 10% on the daily. What's driving the price? I can't say for sure. Look, we had that crash here, following more Israel developments of 13%. Then we had this pump here, from where it was here, pump here. It pumped in total about 8% before finishing around the 5% region. The day afterwards, again, another pump. In total, up 6%. Finished up, though, at 2.5%. Nothing happened much the day after, but then look at the day after following that. Total correction of 9%. It's constant, 5% moves right now. The last few days as well have been very volatile. 5 to 10% moves constantly. Kaspa right now it's got some volatility. It's crazy. So things can happen very, very quick. Kaspa could very easily jump 20%, daily candles at this rate of how undervalued it is. Again, 68% undervalued. It could do some very volatile candles. If we get the right announcements, again, we'll have to hear what happens to the KF tomorrow. Hopefully we see something very, very big. I'm looking forward to it. Would you invest in miners right now? Good question, Carlos. I don't have a miner personally. I know people who do have a miner. I think Cash Chin got one recently. Shout out to you, my man, if you're here. Ultimately, miners right now is not profitable with Kaspa. As a long-term investment, I'm sure it'll be fine, especially if Kaspa price rise. But also, as mentioned from the KF here, you can also make money mining through KRC20 right now. So, there's benefits in both. So I'm saying, I'm not telling you to buy a miner. I'm saying it may not be I think mining Kaspa right now is not beneficial. in due time it might be if the price starts rising soon, which is November, again, a big month for Kaspa. And also there's also KRC20, which means you can still make money through mining Kaspa in the long term as well. I know Cash Chain's got it. I'm sure, again, to be fair, Carlos, if you want to know more about it, because I don't own a miner, so I can't say for sure. And it's unfair for you to give you my opinion based on me not holding a miner, just based on my knowledge. If someone has better knowledge, again, check out my free Discord server in the description, on my YouTube homepage, in the chat, and you can happily ask anyone in the server, just ask in general chat, would anyone invest in a miner right now? And I'm sure you get some people who have miners. I think Mr. Miles may have one. If not, you've got people like Jay Honey, I think, may have one. But I know there are people in my server who have miners who will give you an opinion on it. I know in this live, people like Mikey has one, Cash Ching as well, and they'll give you their opinion on whether they think it's profitable or not. Again, do your own discretion though. Bitcoin going down, Kaspa going up, something's happening. Yeah, it's like the bear market all over again. It's crazy. But anyways, that being said, that will be it for the stream today. Thank you everyone once again for joining. Massive thank you. It's been a great stream, and hopefully tomorrow will be even more interesting with what's going to be happening with the KEF. Make sure you stay tuned for that stream. It will be happening hopefully 5:30, if not 6 p.m. UTC tomorrow. But yeah, if you want the stream again, leave a like. 47 likes is crazy, you know. Can we make 50 before I end the stream? That'd be insane. I never think I've got 50 before. 48, come on, two more. You know you can do it. But either way, yes, gonna be seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the stream. Leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. And if you want to know about crypto, Kaspa, other market sentiment, check out my free Discord server. And I will be seeing you all tomorrow. So we got it here. Don't buy miners. I got one 10k back in January. I got 123 days. Okay, so Erika says don't buy a miner just yet. Maybe wait for it. There you go. Again, shout out to the community who do know. When I don't know, you also have the information, which is why we're all here learning together. Fantastic. I have 8 and it's not profitable right now. Okay, so again, there you go, Carlos. Miners right now not profitable, maybe in the future, but right now may not be worth your while. 53 likes. Massive shout out to all of you. 53 likes. Love that. The community is stronger than ever. 54. I love it. I love it. See you all tomorrow. God bless. Thanks for the information. You're welcome, everyone. Look in the future of it. Yes. All right. Catch you all.